All right, I gotta see if I'm live. Morning, everyone, if you're there. I'm trying to go live. All right, I think I'm live. All right, there we are. Everyone, if you're there, I'm trying to go live. All right, I'm on live now. Whew. All right, I think I'm live. Let me turn the sound down on here. I'll get better at this one day. All right, that's down. Okay, now we want to go in here, get that off, go here. Just give it a few minutes, see if anybody comes in. If not, I'm going to go ahead with this because I have a lot of work to do on this. I'm going to be working on a 3-yard quilt. This is going to be for my uncle for Christmas. And I'm going to do the evergreen. And I'm just going to start, I already have all my pieces cut out. I got them cut out here. I'm not going to give the measurements or anything like that. You'll have to get that from the pattern. And I also found this backing in my stash. So I'm hoping there'll be enough for this. I didn't really measure. I'll wait until after and figure that out. Okay, so I don't need this. So right now I'm going to start off with the square triangles. I got my line down the middle. Whoopee. I'm going to do scant quarter on each side. Whoops, it looks like I'm missing some down here. Yeah, there's a line on that one, so I'm not sure if I need it or not. So we shall see. And I don't know if I need those or not. I got extras in here. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, yeah, I got all these to do too. So let me get these started. Somehow I must have dropped them when I was getting ready for this. Friday, I'm going to do a premiere. It's just going to be an update. I'll show progress on all the different projects I'm working on. And then I'm going to have a live Saturday at 2. And that's going to be for subscribers only. And anyone that wants to join in and sew or share what they're sewing, you don't have to have a channel to be on. I think I can do 10 people, but I'm not sure. And the only rule is no profanity, you know, that type of stuff. No bullying, no harassment. Be nice of everybody. Hi, Courtney. I'm starting on the evergreen. So let me switch to this. And here. There. And put you here. I'm not going to show everything. Everything's in the pattern, but I'm just going to start doing this. And I don't know if you heard, but Saturday I'm going to do a sew and chat online for anybody that wants to join. You don't have to be a channel. You can just be somebody that likes to sew. If you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to. If you just want to come in and chat, that's fine. And let's see. Friday night it's going to be, well, it's not going to be Friday night. It's going to be Friday afternoon, I think. Like at I got to check my daughter's schedule. And that's just going to be whips. And if that goes well, then I might turn that into a sew and chat. If I can figure out how to work Zoom. What are you working on today, Courtney? I got my machine all cleaned. I have Aurifil thread. I have a 9014 quilting needle. And I think that's it. I don't have a full bobbin yet. They were supposed to come yesterday. I think they did, but I don't know where I put them. So I'm not too... Well, this one is bigger than the other, but... So I'm just going to line this up on my seam tape and sew down there. Except I'm going to go in a little bit because I want a scant quarter because I have to cut all these. Let me find my petal. Good morning around to it. Oh, you're subbing for a librarian. I always wanted to do that. I thought it would be exciting. Now, I'm a beginner quilter, so I'm probably going to break some quilting laws, but I can make bags, but when it comes to quilt, I'm new, but I want to keep my brain engaged and just keep going. I did forget to starch all these. Oh, wait. Yes, I did not starch these squares, but I starched all this before I cut it. Because somebody said spray starch works better, so I took their advice, and that's what I'm doing. I just sent a quilt off to Teresa Louise. My mom bought me the quilt top from one of her friend's grandmothers, and it was never done, but she did it all. Well, I bought this fabric from my friend's mother. And I had a whole roll. So I sent this off for the back of the quilt. Because it looks like a log cabin-ish kind, but I'm not really sure. So I thought those colors match perfect. So that's what I'm going to try and do. All right. Let's go on here. I don't know if you're supposed to back stitch on these or not. Hi, Krubby the Beagle. Or should I say roof? And I will cut and iron all these off camera because I can only run so many things at a time in my sewing room. Well, I can run the cutter, but just not the iron. Sometimes I can get away with my little iron, but not always. But I had the fan going. Oh, that goes in that pile. So... And I thought, well, I'll do this while my daughter's working, because when she gets home, it's a big ruckus. She has to tell me everything that's going on at the coffee shop. Can everyone hear me okay? I'm a loudspeaker because I'm hard of hearing, so I'm hoping you can. And I think these were supposed to be done in strips, but I had these squares, so I'm going to do it in the squares. But I'm only on step 1, the tree blocks. And then I will sew all these strips together today, probably if I have time. And then I'll figure out how to do the blocks, probably off screen. So I can figure out what I'm doing. And Courtney's made this quilt. Hers was beautiful. And I'm going to try and actually quilt this one myself. I'm just going to make it whatever size is in there. I think it's a throw size, I'm hoping. I didn't read... I've been reading the book for a couple weeks now, so I thought, you know what? If you don't get started, it's not going to be done by Christmas. Because it's for my grandpa's brother for Christmas. And then tonight, if I have time, I got more cosmetic bags to work on. I'm not going to film that one. Oh, you're welcome, Courtney. Yeah, I forgot to give you my email for the off-camera Zoom. And I don't know, are you supposed to backstitch when you're quilting? If anybody knows, you can put it in the chat, because I have no idea. But the other day I didn't know what I was making, so these blocks were boring, so I cut them in half and sewed them, but then somebody told me, you're making an hourglass, so that was my first hourglass. And I haven't been able to give the baby quilt yet. Oh, it's a throw size? Okay, good, because that's what I want. Because anything too longer, I think he would tangle up in his walker trying to get up. And then if I have time, I'm going to try and make the one with the Christmas balls for my mom. Although she doesn't really need any quilts. We buy them everywhere we go. You know, the old ones. But this one she can actually use without having to worry about it ruining it. Of course, she probably won't. I'll have to show you what I got in the mail. I got this from So Yeah. It's a barn quilt. Wall hanging. Well, I don't know if it's a wall hanging, but it's 59 by 59. But I'm not going to work on that until after Christmas, because that's for me. Good morning, Teresa. I'll show you the backing, if I can find it again. It's kind of busy. Let's see. But I found a whole roll of this. And I still have probably half a roll left. So. Yeah, I had everything packed in a smaller box, and then I didn't close it yet. So I switched a bag out I made my friend. Shoved hers in the smaller box and put that in the bigger one. Yeah, I kind of sew. Oh my goodness. I sew kind of slow when I'm trying to stay in a certain spot. Especially with these cotton. When I'm making my bags, I go a lot faster because it doesn't seem like they're slippery as this stuff. Uh-oh, I'm missing a green square. Let's hope I didn't sew two together. Well, I'll just grab this one. Oh, you don't backstitch, Courtney? I won't either. When I make my bags, I backstitch and everything because those get a lot of abuse. Well, at least mine do. Because I load them up with everything. Because a few nights a week I go to my grandpa's brother's and stay there so his family can sleep. But boy, it was foggy driving home today. Yeah, I wish we could hear everybody talk. That would be so cool. If it freezes up, let me know, because it did Monday. If a dog just walked in, that's Henry, I think. Is that you, Hen? He's usually right behind my chair, and I have to watch out that I don't run over him. But he's kind of shy this morning because I was moving the dresser around. So he got scolded for being behind my feet. So now he's pouting. I backstitch on the last border of the quilt. Oh, that's a good idea. And I'll show you what I'm using for the, I think these are for the blocks. But that's like a blood red, and it looks like it has branches and everything going through it. Oh, you probably can't see it, or can you? Yeah, you can see it right there. And I got the same for the border. Well, oh, and the binding. And then I got a different green than what's for the green border. I kind of went with the colors on the pattern since I don't know what I'm doing. I thought it would be easier for me to keep track. So I got this. It's like a, I don't know, it's just all different colors. So I got that. Whoopsie. And this is going to be the backing. This is vintage. This was in my grandma's stash. It's got like bows and bells and like, it looks like little pine needles. Hopefully it's not palm trees. Yeah, in December, I'm going to do the 25 Days of Christmas, if I can find enough small projects to do without killing myself, and do that. I'm going to see if my daughter will do it with me, because when they were little, oops, and their time off at school from Christmas to New Year's, we would do projects, but I, went to the dollar store and got a different craft every day while they were off from school. And that kept them busy in the morning while I was, having my tea or cleaning whatever I had to do that day. And they really enjoyed it. I got everything set up for them, and then we would do it every year. We used to make the ornaments, but now they're too old. They don't want to do anything. I'm lucky if I can get them to do the dishes. Of course, when I was a kid, I hated doing dishes. That and apple picking. I hated apple picking because of the bees. I didn't mind the ones on the trees, but my great-grandma Noma, she always wanted the apples that were like half rotten on the ground and everything. She said it made better applesauce. So you had to fight the bees to get it. I didn't care for that at all, but I did it for her. But tell you the truth, the person that made the best applesauce was my grandpa. He even made it better than my grandmother. But she made good apple butter. I don't know how to do any of that. Someday. Good morning, Sherlock Sews. I'm starting on the evergreen quilt throw. But I'm not going to give sizes of cuts or anything, you know, because it's a paid pattern. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Then I have to try and figure out what to do with the bug quilt. I don't know yet. It just seems too dark for me. But yeah, I cleaned my machine last night. Oh my goodness, was it dirty. Whew. I don't think I've ever seen it that dirty. Oh wait, we want you there. As soon as I finish these last two blocks, then I'll start on the stripes. But first I'll put anybody that has a channel, their link in the description. Or in the chat. I have the Nightbot, but I don't know how to do that. So I'll just put it in. Typing it. Last time I went in after and just put it in the comments. Because it was easier. I could just go paste. Uh-oh, we're missing another one. Well, give me this one. Oh wait, I gotta cut all these too. Cut them all in half. Eight inches of snow in Canada. Oh my, that's a lot of snow. I love snow. I used to live in upstate New York, and boy, they had some nice snowstorms. A lot of fun. Of course, now I'd probably fall down and break a hip. Yeah, these blocks just don't seem to, it's like one's bigger than the other because they're from two different companies. But these have to be trimmed to, I don't know what size, but I'll look it up. So. Alright, those are all done. So now I'll give them a cut. Hi, Donna. I'm just working on the evergreen that you and Courtney made. Except I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I need a rotary cutter. I think I'll put this right over here. Down there. And go back. Oh yeah, you can see me cut. Hopefully. Alright, line that up without cutting. I might have to stand up for this because sometimes I can't see close up with these glasses. Oh yeah, I am supposed to cut those in half. I'm still figuring out this camera system. I had to buy something that went with my phone because the laptop I have, it's not compatible with anything. It's a Samsung's, I don't know, something from AT&T. Well, you can't do anything with it. No apps work. I can use it to add end cards on YouTube. That's it. And this little cart I got, it was my grandfather's microwave cart. It's the perfect height for right next to my desk. My computer desk. My sewing desk is downstairs. Hiyo, Patty! Donna, are you feeling any better? It's taken me a couple times because it's the operator, not the blade, because I just changed the blade. Of course, I cut myself. I do every time I cut a blade or change the blade because I put it together wrong and then can't remember how I got it back together. And after I get this done, I'll probably go out and hang with Kathy's Quilts and Crafts. I like watching her during the day. I just listen while I sew. Well, I might have to stand up. I'm doing a terrible job on this cutting. Maybe it's the ruler. We'll blame it on the ruler. There. Phew. It was cold yesterday. Now it's so hot I can't hardly stand it. Oh, those are already cut. I don't need to cut those. Oh, yes, and always shut your blade. I always never remember to do that. Okay. And I'll see if this one works better. Oh, what the heck? Probably because I'm not standing up. I'm not getting pressure or something. All right, I'm going to try my little one and see. Got my first cup of apple cider. It's just plain. Tonight, though, I might heat it up and put in a little something. My friend used to make it with his homemade plum wine and the cider. Oh, so good. Well, this one's worse. This one must be dull. All right, let me stand up. Maybe that'll help. There it is. Apparently, I can't cut sitting down. Don't ask me why. I know, I ramble. I ramble when I get nervous. If anybody has any lives or shows coming up, feel free to post it in the description. Or any announcements. Now see, I can't see what I'm sewing, but I can't see what I'm cutting, but I can cut better. That one seemed a little close. The only thing at this little table, it kills my back. And hopefully I did these right. I have no idea. Ooh, that one's going to be iffy. Well, apparently I didn't sew this one straight. Straight enough, I guess. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I used to crochet all the time, and I used to go to craft shows and sell a lot of crochet stuff. I did that for a few years. And then my hands just got too bad to do it. And I have a bunch of free patterns and stuff. I just started posting them in my Facebook group under files. I put one in yesterday. I'm going to add in one a day. I don't remember how many I saved. If I saved it on my phone. If I can find it, I'm going to post it. I closed my Etsy shop. They wanted me to sign up with Plaid. Well, it's some overseas bank, and they've already had, supposedly, I don't know if this is true or not, a breach, and customers' information got out. Well, I don't want to have my banking information in some place like that. So, I put my shop on vacation. Now, I usually just hand press all these and get them in a pile. And then I spray starch and iron. I don't know if you're... Oh, look at this one. I guess we need to sew that again. It's so quiet here without my daughter here. I'm used to all the noise. Usually the dogs are barking, the cat's meowing, something's going on. It's really quiet. So I'm just finger pressing these. And then after they're all ironed, I'll use this little square thing from OmniGrid. I started out with the Fiskars ones, but I didn't care for it. But this one I can do. It took me, you don't know how many blocks I ruined trying to learn how to square up blocks. I had one that started out, I don't know if it was 10 inches. I measured it, it was 8. Then I finally got it to 9. Then after several tries, I got it to 9.5. And then I just watched a bunch of different videos from people, and I'm finally doing it right. Friday, I'll post an update of the blocks that I've made. I'm not going to show me doing them on screen because I'll get nervous and I'll mess it up. So I'll just wait. Let me mess up off screen. Well, here's another one. Par for the course. Oops. I'm doing these all to the dark. Giving them a little tug to make sure they're sewn. Hi, Katie Crafts. Sorry about that one live you were in. That I was in 2 lives at the same time or something. I'm just working on the half square triangles or double square, whatever they're called, for the evergreen quilt. Donna from Handmade by Ying and Courtney from Pieces, Love, and Quilting, they made it on their channel. So I bought the book and I thought, I'll give that a try. But I didn't do it in time when they were doing theirs. Oop, my little tug test works. I don't know if you're supposed to do that. Oh, I think my little picture-in-picture is in the way. There. Now you can see better with that off of there. Oh, look at this one. This one's really crooked. Look at the end on that one. Yeah, Katie, this is my first ever quilt that I've made using directions. Last year, I made my brother 2 jean quilts. One, I just sewed a bunch of his jeans together. It was a hot mess. It looked awful, but he liked it. So then I took what was left and I cut a bunch of squares, and then I just sewed random pieces of the dresser, or the dresser. I moved a dresser today. Random pieces of the jeans all over. He had zippers and pockets and everything, and he uses that thing every day. So that was it. That's the only one I ever made. So this one will be my first. Normally I just sew blocks, and then I'm like, now what am I going to do with them? Yeah, I got gradients or whatever for the trees, because I thought it would be cool if they were different shades of green. And the Christmas ball one, for my mom, I'm making scrappy with whatever Christmas fabric I can find. I have a tub somewhere, if I can find the tub. If not, she'll get her usual bag, but she usually takes them as fast as I make them. Oh, that one is actually working. If anybody has any events, feel free to post in the comments. I have no problems with that. I think I have links turned off for the trolls. Because I didn't want to sign in on another thing and then have my internet go down. So, although I should be good with Haley gone. She really hogs the Wi-Fi. She'll be watching Netflix, doing her homework, and then doing something else all at the same time. Then if you need her, you're screaming. You don't hear her. You think she's left. You go upstairs. She's there with her little headphones on. Alright, I have all these done. Now I have these two to resew because I cut them or did something. So I'm just going to go in and resew them. And there's another one. It's got a little hole in it. But I must say, I've been really having fun trying to learn how to quilt. Everybody's so nice and helpful. It's just been fun. I don't think I've watched a TV show in forever. I just put on YouTube and sew with it. Although Yellowstone's coming up in 2 weeks, so I will be watching that. So there I have these done. Hopefully it's enough that I need. Now I have to sew these together, I think. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't mix up my borders. I think those are borders, those. No, I didn't. But something doesn't seem... Oh, because, yeah, I didn't have to cut those. I got it. Now, I just got to look and see how I'm supposed to sew these strips together. All right, let's see. But does it say what fabric? Looks like that's probably red. D. Cut 12. E. But which fabrics? Using one fabric. Two. Oh, that's this one. Two. Oh, I lost my place. Well, no, that's triangles. Don't want that. Block B. Now, I had this all the way I was supposed to do it, and now I can't figure it out. 3. So, let's see. Red. Red. Oh, I bet you. Well, we're just going to do this, this, and then that. Because I couldn't find it in the direction. So we're going to do red, white, red, and then white and red. So let me move you back over to here. Well, that's nowhere near. Alright, there we go there. And zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay. And oh wait, we want this. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to sew this and this together. Well, I know this is the right side, but I don't know what this white is, so. Well, that strip's not long enough. So. Alright. I'm just going to sew some strips together. Hi, Kelly. I know my machine's loud. I gotta get one of them. I can't sew too fast on here because it shakes. Last night I was zooming along and my lamp went flying off. Thank goodness it didn't break anything. Oops, I'm starting to go wonky. Alright, I don't know. Cut this off. Right there. Now I'm just going to finger press this. Actually, I'll just wait and iron it. I'm going to put the other strip on. And hopefully I'm doing it right. If I'm doing it wrong, let me know, people. Don't be going wonky now. I think I was. I think I went over a little bit on that one. Oh, I definitely went wonky on the cutting this. This one has like a zoop. Alright, let's line it up to there. And go past. Alright, I went past the wonky. I'm always constantly, no matter what I do, my ruler goes past. I hear noise. Wonder if my daughter's home. Oh, geez, you are way off. I'm going to have to go back in. I'm going to redo where I went over a quarter and stitch because it looks like I went to my half. And I'll just take out those other stitches. And it looks like I moseyed on back in the right direction. All right, scissors. Okay, so this is what I have here. These are sewn together. Now I think I do green and, or do I just do white again? Let's see, these are the ones I went that were shorter. Let's get you out of here. I gotta look at the picture. Let me look at the back. Oh, there is no, there is no green, so I don't need the green. That's what was confusing me. So now I just need to sew a red and a white together, I believe. But that's all I'm gonna do until I'm for sure. Ooh, red, white, yes. Okay, now a white, red, and a white. Oh, so we need white, red, white. Okay, got it. If anybody notices I'm doing something wrong, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Because I'm new, I just like sewing. And this gives me goals. I wonder if I did that right. Yeah, I did. Yeah, right. Oops. You need to line up, girl. Alright, that's another piece here. Can go in there. Wait. Red, white, red, I think. No, white, red, white. I almost made a mistake, peeps. Alright, here we go. We're putting on the white again. And somehow this is going to make blocks, but don't ask me how, because I don't know. Yep, right sides together. Now, does anybody know, I've already starched all this. Do I have to restarch it when I press to cut it? I wouldn't think, but. Let's hope I'm doing this the right way. Sorry about the loud noise. I don't have a microphone. I'm just using... Actually, I don't know if these cameras have a microphone or if I'm using the microphone on my phone. I have no idea. Oh. Okay, so now I have the other strip set. Red, the white, red, white, and then this. So somehow, according to the pattern directions, I'll be cutting these to make blocks. But I'm going to start with these two before I sew them all up, just to make sure I'm doing it right before I waste any fabric. So that's all I have for that. So let's go back here. Okay. Oh, looks like we got a troll. And I don't know how to... Let me report. Alright. Look at there. I got rid of my first troll. Alright, let's put this back up. Alright. I thought I switched cameras. Oh, there I am. There, I switched cameras. Yes, this will be my first 9 patch. I've made an hourglass by mistake. I didn't like a thing, so I cut them in half and sewed them. Teresa Louise told me it was an hourglass. I've made a 4 patch, a 2 patch, and a bunch of half square triangles. So this will be my first 9 patch and my first Christmas tree or evergreen tree. So, and I'll just show off the little bags I've been making real quick. Whoopsie! I've been making these little bags. They're little cosmetics. The original pattern was from fabric, but I found a lady that does it without any open seams in the inside, so I followed that. And I have waterproof canvas on the inside because it gives it structure. And I just quilted it all in one big long piece, and then I cut it in half. So it does have a seam on the bottom. So I made that one. And this one I got a... Oh, this little tab was from an old strip. And then I bought these rose pulls. And then this one has just a red. This is all zippered by the yard. And this one's my aunt's. It's got like a gold zip. And that's those. Everything else has been mailed. Now I'm working on this bug quilt, but I have no idea what to do with them, so I gotta find out. Because these patches here, I have these patches here, 4 patches of all the different fabrics. And these were 5-inch squares from a garage sale. I just cut all the squares into 4 and then sewed these together. And then these I made, this was going to be the original. I made these half square triangles. They all have to be squared. But it was too dark. I said, I don't want a whole quilt to those. So I made these to somehow, you know, go together. But these squares are a lot smaller than these squares. So if I put these together, they're going to be bigger. So I played around and cut some stuff, but I came up with this. I don't know what it's called, but I don't care for it. And then I made these little tiny ones, but they're wonky. And I have some little bug fabric left. And I also got some bug fabric from a sale. So I don't know if I'm going to put some kind of borders around these I'll have to get out some books and see. But that's what I'm working on too. But I just thought this, oh, and then these have like little squares. They look like little 9 patches in there. So that's next. But this I just kind of went with what I, practice. For $5 for a big bag of squares, you can't beat it. So, and I'll show you the hourglasses that Teresa Louise told me. These are my little hourglasses. These I'm going to turn into mug rugs because I made 2 table runners for my uncle and his girls, and they've got them at his house. So I'm going to put 2 together and make them little coasters for, and they've got a big family, so all these coasters will go to them. And I have one more thing. If I can, oh, here they are. Last show and tell. These were strips. I think they were 1.5. I didn't know what they were at the time, but now I know they were probably binding strips that my grandmother made. And she had tons of these. So I sewed them all together, and then I sewed the little blocks into a 4-patch. I was going to make a quilt out of it, but I thought it looked too busy. So then I found this other fabric in her stash, the little reindeer. So I turned them into coasters, and I don't think I even quilted this one. I just went around the edge. But then I practiced. This one I did stitch in the ditch, except I'm a little too far from the ditch. This one I tried to do a snowflake, but it didn't work. And this one I just did some random lines. And this was my first practice at I now know it's called a crosshatch. So it's fun. I get better, hopefully. And that's all I have for today. Does anybody else have any questions? Oh, I have more spam. I thought I got rid of that little guy. Yeah, I reported the one that was girls, girls, girls. I reported him as pornography. I should have blocked him too, but... So, does anybody have any questions? That's it for me today. I'd like to thank Handmade with Ying by Donna for joining me, Kelly's Cruises and Crafts, Yo Patty, Pieces, Love, and Quilting, Around to It, Katie's Crafts, Teresa Louise. I don't know if I said Yo Patty or not, but Yo Patty. Sherlock Sews, Crubby the Beagle, and that's it. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Yo Patty, for reporting them. Usually if my daughter's here, she's the moderator. She doesn't really know what she's doing either, or do I. So we're learning and we're having fun doing it. So thanks everybody for coming. I may have a live Friday, but I don't know for sure. I'm definitely having one Saturday at 2. All right, thanks everyone. Oh, I can't turn it off with that. I got to go over here on my phone. Press